Hey, what's up you guys? So we're back with another video today, and I just want to do a quick update for you guys on all the progress that we've made so far. So in the previous video you saw that I had made that nice tubular gearbox mount, but unfortunately it wasn't quite right. The spacing wasn't how it should be, so I actually had to redo it, but I can at least say that this new one came out actually better. So I did learn something from the previous version, and I guess you can just say it was sort of like a prototype. But yeah, I pretty much spent the whole day today making this new one. So let me show you guys. I hope you guys can get a good look at this. It's the best view I can offer you right now. I don't really feel like unbolting this since I am going to be sliding the engine and gearbox in pretty soon to get the final mounting position for it. So what I done was, this centerpiece is slightly off to the right or forward, if I can say that, just to get it closer to where the gearbox needs to slide in and mount, since it isn't actually going to be right on top. See if we can get a better idea of the gearbox position looking in from the top and where the actual gear lever is going to be coming out from. So the gear lever sticks out quite far back, since we want everything as far back as possible from the firewall. So looking from the top, we can see that the mount kind of almost sits in the middle of this, but keeping in mind that the lever comes right out at the back. So if we go have a look at the gearbox itself and where the gear lever is in reference to this mount, we can kind of get an idea about doing something like this precision engineering measurement, and it's about that much. So if we take this back, I don't want to move my fingers here. Like I said, it's precision at its finest. We can kind of see, yeah. No, we can, even by looking at it like this, this is not working out on camera as I was hoping, but we can definitely see that the mount is going to be a lot more forward. So we're still going to have another piece coming from across there and joining up to the gearbox. Now that we kind of have the gearbox mounting situation out of the way, I'm actually making the new mounts. So these are the old ones, and like I said, these are just temporary fit, but these are going to be the new ones. Everything's drawn out so far. They fit on there real nicely. I'm still going to round off these corners. Both sides are done. I don't know where the other one is, probably lying around just somewhere. So once the engine is connected to the gearbox, we can slide everything in, and then we can actually see how far we can get to the firewall, and then we can start doing these mounts. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Not right now, it's pretty late. It's like almost 11 o'clock at night. Oh, there's the other one over there. Okay, so everything is done with that. Gearbox mount is just about done, and I must say this one came out super cool. Guys, look how nice it is. Like a tubular space frame looking kind of thing. Imagine if we could do this whole car in tube. That was sort of the purpose of doing it like this. Also for looks and mostly for clearance. I can show you guys that we finished the other two wheel dolly vehicle positioning things. So you can kind of see that even though we're only in a double garage, we've managed to shift this whole car like sideways diagonally, so we can make it a lot easier to work on. And then that's new. I didn't do that. That's going to get fixed tomorrow. I have a really good tip for all of you car guys. I want to show you. I'm looking for, where's it? Yes, it. So I took a normal bolt, spare one, same pitch and thread as the ones I'm going to be using. So what I done was I took an angle grinder and I cut 2 slits in it. You can probably do 3 slits as well. I actually try to go straight, but it looks like it went a bit skew. But nonetheless, I think if you guys look at the professionals on the internet, you can find out exactly how to do this. But guys, these bolt holes weren't the best. It was really difficult to screw in by hand, and I could probably force the bolts in, but I used this. If you don't have access to a tap, which I usually do, this is a bit of a strange thread. It's a M10 by 1.25, so it's a fine thread. I used this, guys. This worked like a charm. I ran it through all these bolt holes, cleaned all of them out, and every single one of these bolts screws in nicely. I'm going to run the risk of stripping these holes, because guys, this is definitely something you don't want to have failing on you. You know, imagine this engine mount coming off while you're driving down the road. It falls your engine out of your car. Alright everybody, well that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that quick update. I don't really want to make videos of me cutting and welding things unless it's a time lapse, but I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of seeing me cut and make things and fabricate all these little things, although that's what the build is pretty much made of, is mostly custom fabricating stuff. But that's besides the point. So the next time I'm going to see you guys is when the engine and gearbox is in, sitting pretty, looking right. And guys, this intake is so nice. I just can't stop looking at it. I'm sure those of you who follow him on Instagram have seen the amazing pictures of this. I feel like I can pretty much, you know, put this V12 in any car with this intake and just make it into something else. But anyways guys, that's it for me today. I will see y'all in the next one. Before we go, I'm actually trying to get sponsors for the build, thinking about going twin turbo. I spoke to one of the guys from Com Turbo and maybe he can come through with good news and we have a sponsor for this build. That would be great. But if we do go twin turbo, I know a lot of you are probably thinking what's going to happen with the setup. So we're going to keep the intake runners and we'll most likely get rid of the throttles, and obviously the trumpets need to go. We could actually keep the throttles like the RB26. It does have the throttles within the plenum, but that just seems like, you know, more of a tuning headache. So what I'll do is get rid of those throttles, have nice two plenums coming on either side, joining in the middle, and having two turbos feed this beast.